Welcome, and happy Monday. It is October the 13th. This is Hurricane Hub Live. I'm Chief Meteorologist Tim Pandages. Once again, thanks for joining us here on 13 News Now Plus, where we break down the tropics every evening at 8 p.m. here on Hurricane Hub Live. Tonight on HHL, since we last spoke, Karen came and went. Subtropical storm in the North Atlantic, gone. Lorenzo, though, formed today. It's our 12th named storm of the season so far. And in the Eastern Pacific, things have gotten a whole lot quieter. Last week when we talked, we had 3 named storms out there at the exact same time. Now, no named storms in just one area of interest. It's got a moderate chance of developing. I think they're at 16 or 17 named storms so far this season, and we're at 12 here in the Atlantic Basin with the addition of Lorenzo. So here's a look at the season in the basin so far. The only thing that moved into the Gulf or the Caribbean was Barry. And everything else was situated in the main development region and then the far western and southwestern Atlantic. See, the big theme this season so far, still 6 weeks left of the season, has been the recurve out to sea, threatening Bermuda and clipping the northern Leeward Islands. But that's been about it. Indirect impacts have been felt up and down the eastern seaboard. And boy, I tell you what, it's been a season along the East Coast with massive amounts of beach erosion. Tidal coastal flooding has been a real problem. And we just had a nor'easter go through this past weekend, and that brought continuous and significant damage to a large portion of the eastern seaboard. And that was unrelated to the tropics this past weekend. So here is Lorenzo, once again, developing out in the main development region, which in and of itself, little unusual. This time of the year, we tend to see the shift of development start to move off to the west into the Caribbean, into the Gulf, into the southwest Atlantic. A little bit unusual to still see some development out in the main development region. And it looks like we may have another wave that just came off the African coast. And that, in the long run, next 7 to 8 days or so, may try to get its act together. And there are some indications of that it's going to be what we call a low rider, meaning a low latitude system scooting by to the south that may evade the steering mechanisms that have turned all past storms off to the north. So just something to watch, put in the back of your mind. We'll obviously track things, but there's not even anything tagged out there for potential development. If you're wondering where Karen was, way up in the North Atlantic, it was around for like 18 hours. I think it was Thursday night into Friday. Now it's gone. All right, here's a look at the basin now. Not a lot going on. You can see the clear indication of where Lorenzo is right now. It's a tropical storm. Winds as of the 5 o'clock advisory at 50 miles an hour, so middle grade. Moving to the northwest at 12, and you can see it is nowhere near land, and its forecast track keeps it that way. Here's the 5 o'clock track from the National Hurricane Center, building to the north and not even really strengthening a whole lot from where it's currently at. Up to 65-mile-per-hour winds by Thursday afternoon, looping to the north and east, and then kind of sitting and meandering south of the Azores in the far northeastern Atlantic. So not a threat to any land. Meanwhile, in the eastern Pacific, again, no named storms out there right now, but one area of interest here has got a moderate chance of 50-50 odds of developing into a named system right along the southwest Pacific coast of Mexico. All right, here's a look at our scorecard, updated with the development of Lorenzo. Now we're sitting at 12 named storms, 4 of which have been hurricanes, 3 majors, 17 named storms in the East Pac so far. May have 18 coming on up here, 9 hurricanes, and just a third of those developed into major hurricanes. All right, folks, a little short video today, but after a quick break, we're going to come back with tropical trivia. Stick around. Welcome back to Hurricane Hub Live. All right, tropical trivia tonight. Where did the deadliest U.S. hurricane of the 20th century make landfall? Was it in Charleston, South Carolina, New Orleans, Louisiana, Galveston, or Key West, Florida? The answer tomorrow night on Hurricane Hub Live. Remember, we are here every night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the latest on the tropics. We'll see you back here on Tuesday night at 8 p.m.